Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat, and here I am with Toonami's ratings for August 24th, rather, 2019. Let's start at the top of the block. Dragon Ball Super pulls in a .33 this week, followed up by Genlock at a .20. Dr. Stone debuts at a .18, Fire Force at a .17, Food Wars is at a .14, Black Clover at a .15, Boruto at a .13, his dad at a .11, Gundam Origin at a .14, Lupin Third Part 5 at a .13, and My Hero Academia at a .15. In general, this was a bit of a step down from last week. Although the ratings aren't really bad this week, it just wasn't as explosively good as it was last week. And one very notable difference this week was the drop in ratings for Genlock. It dropped a fifth of its viewer base over 1 week, and it's still at an acceptable number. Like .20 to 1130 isn't really bad, but it really isn't anything necessarily to write home about. Like, I believe even Promised Neverland, which actually kind of underperformed throughout its run, was around this for most of the time. And then again, let's point out Dr. Stone. It debuted on the block this past week at a .18. This might be because we're only a few weeks different from the current Japanese broadcast, which might lead to like if you watched it like 4 weeks ago, you're not gonna watch it again. If it was something that like this aired like 4 months ago in Japan, then maybe like yeah, I want to watch it dubbed. Like you would want to watch it again dubbed. So maybe that's why the ratings for this really aren't that good. I mean, it's not bad at all. .18's I'll say acceptable for midnight, but again, it's not necessarily the best number for Dr. Stone, especially considering how I'd argue it's currently the hottest anime out right now. And then also, Food Wars with a very disappointing week this week. It had been one of the more steadier shows on the block since debuting, building an upper teens in terms of ratings at 1 a.m., which is a pretty good number for that time period, dropping to a .14 this week. I believe this is the second lowest Food Wars has rated. But one good thing to note this week is Black Clover. First time in, I want to say, 5 or 6 weeks, it's actually built on the show in front of it. And this is because it was the last episode of a major arc in the show. Naturally, bigger interest, more hype going to the episode, which led to the better ratings. Although it doesn't reflect in total viewers, it reflects in the target demographic, which is what ultimately matters. But man, Shippuden pulling in a .11 this week. Very disappointing number. Beat by every other show in the block. Yvonne Lupin, the third part 5, albeit with some DVR help, beat it. And Lupin just got pushed down like, what, 4 hours because of how poorly it was rated. And it still beats Naruto Shippuden. But again, Shippuden's a safe show. DeMarco's going to keep it there. We've got, I still think, a good 4 to 5 years with Shippuden on the block at this rate. Still think we have about 230 something episodes to go through. So we're going to be here all night. And then My Hero Academia, 4 a.m., latest it's ever aired, albeit with a DVR bump, still has a decent rating. You can't hate a .15 that late in the night. I mean, it beat, what was I say? One, two, three, four. It beat the 4 shows in front of it, including 2 shows that also got the DVR bump in Gundam Origin and Lupin the Third Part 5, which just speaks to just how devout that fan base is and how people just love watching that show. Like I said, My Hero Academia, in my opinion, was probably one of the 2 biggest anime of this past decade. The other one, in my opinion, being Attack on Titan, which not too long ago was on the block too. So it just shows the longevity of My Hero Academia. People really want season 4 on Toonami. I'm not so sure we'll get it because, like I said, about Funimation does have that distribution deal with Hulu. So you got to imagine season 4 will first be on Hulu, and maybe weeks later, months later, we get it airing on Toonami. But let's see about that over time. So what do you guys think about these week's ratings? Do you like them? Do you hate them? What's your favorite show on the block? Which show do you not want on the block? And explain why that show is Genlock. All right. All right, leave your comments down below if you like this video. If you want me to cover ratings like this, please like, please subscribe, please hit that notification button. I am Super Orange Cat, and that is all.